Where are you?
I feel like I'm in a stable.
I'm in a stable. Very good. Look around you and just describe what you feel or sense.
There's horses.
There's
lots
horse.
of horses around.
Mm-hmm.
It's very pretty. It's somewhere almost like arid or deserty or something.
Yes. Are you inside the stable or outside?
I'm inside it, but it doesn't have... Not, like the walls aren't totally... They don't go all the way up. Like you can kind of see the sky.
Very good.
Through spaces.
And in the stable where you are, do you feel that you have a body? Notice if you have some sort of a body.
I think so, yeah.
So look down at the ground and see. What do you notice?
I notice brown shoes.
Brown shoes, very good. Are these closed shoes or open shoes?
Closed shoes, almost like boots. Very simple.
Very simple. Do you feel that these boots belong to a man or a female?
I feel like they belong to a young boy.
A young boy, very good. So I'd like for you to just feel that body and notice the clothing on this body.
There's like tan and white, like almost like a burlappy fabric. I think it's more white. And it's not a young boy, it's like a teenage boy.
Very good. So I'd like for you to just look at your hands and see what your hands look like.
They're kind of darker, they're thin. Long fingers. Pretty. Well, they're nice looking hands. Very dexterous.
Yes, and take a look at your face. What do you look like?
I have beautiful tan skin, black hair.
How long is your hair?
Maybe close to my shoulders, but it's not on one length. It's like shaggy.
Yes. Is it straight? Is it curly?
It's kind of straight.
Good. And what do you notice most about this face?
It's the eyes are bright. There's a lot of life in the face.
Beautiful. Very good. So I'd like for you to just acclimate yourself completely into that body and look out through those beautiful bright eyes and tell me what's happening.
I'm just in this stable, this barn, and I'm happy to be there. And there's horses around, but I feel like there's like almost like a marketplace right there too, or something. There's a street, and there's beautiful white buildings gleaming in the sun. They're almost they look kind of like adobe, but not like Native American adobe, more like Middle Eastern something.
Very good. So let's find out a little bit about your life. I'd like for you to just zoom out and see what this place is.
It's a city, and I keep thinking Egypt. I want to say Egypt.
Very good. Very good. So let's see a little bit more about yourself. I'd like for you to close this scene and go to the place where you live. I'm going to count from 1 to 3. When I get to number 3, I want you to be in front of the place where you live. Take a deep breath in. 1, 2, and 3. Be there now.
It's a wooden frame doorway. And it's just a nice little house structure of some sort. The door's open though, it's wide open.
All right, so go inside and see what you see.
I see my mom. I feel like I'm calling for my mom, and she answers me.
What kind of relationship do you have with your mom?
Very close.
Very close.
She's happy to see me, and I'm happy to see her.
Can you see her eyes? The eyes are the window to the soul. Look into those eyes and see if you recognize those eyes in the lifetime of Cindy.
I don't know. I don't see her face with enough detail.
All right. So tell me what happens next once you get home.
Actually, I might recognize her. Just there's a simple wooden table there, and I feel like she's making dinner or something.
Very good. Is there anybody else in that house with you?
I don't think so. I think it's just us.
Good. So let's fast forward to the moment in which you are eating at that table. And
Okay.
tell me what you see.
I'm eating some kind of a soup that she makes that I love.
What's inside that soup?
It's lots of vegetables, and it's got like just a nice broth. It's warm, and it's very fresh.
And who else is at that table with you?
Just her. But I feel like I keep feeling like there's another boy or something younger. There's some younger person nearby. But like in the other room, like doing something.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'd like for you to just move into that lifetime to where you know who that is. Who is that?
It's my little brother.
How do you feel about your brother?
I like him.
Good.
Yeah.
Very good. Is he much younger than you?
A lot younger than me. Well, quite a bit. Like
Yes.
8 years younger.
And where is your dad? Where's your father?
He's not here, but I do have a dad. I think he's working.
Very good. Is there anything else from this scene that's important?
It's very happy. I feel very good here. I feel a lot of love in this house. And it's a lot of light.
So I'd like for you to just memorize what it feels like to have this very happy home. See what the ingredients are of this home that makes it so happy. And I'd like for you to just put it into your heart. And remember. Feel it. Take from this life what you need. And tell me when you're done.
Good.
Very good. So we're going to close this scene now, and we're going to go to another time in that same lifetime when something very important happens to you. So I'm going to count from 5 to 1 with each number. Find that scene. Take a deep breath in. 5. Drifting through time and space to that very important time. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Where are you? What is this place?
I don't know. I don't know where I'm older. I have a beard.
Yes.
I don't know where I am.
So just acclimate yourself to the space. Just take a moment. Feel that body completely. How has this body changed?
It's aged, but it's in a good way. Just I'm a man. I'm strong.
Yes.
Yeah, and healthy.
So look and see where you are. Are you indoors or outdoors?
I feel like I'm indoors, but I don't feel like there's a lot of people around.
So as the scene progresses, you'll understand where you are. Is this a place where you live or work?
I feel like I work here.
So I'd like for you to see what it is that you're doing. Are you working with your hands? With your mind?
It's more like my mind. Like I feel like I I catalog something, or I'm not a judge. I get feeling judged, but I'm not a judge. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I help make decisions.
You make decisions. Very good.
Yeah.
So I'd like for you now to move to the time when you are making this very important decision. Who are you with?
It's like I counsel people. There's two people with me, and I feel like I'm helping with a business decision. Like there are two people that are trying to transact something. I don't know if they're selling something. So I feel like there's sheep involved.
There's sheep involved. All right.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to get the visual now. I'm going to tap your forehead and see the visual of what it is that they do. What kind of business is that?
They're businessmen. They're people that have they sell goods in the market. But I think somebody is buying somebody else's business. Mm-hmm. And I'm helping to orchestrate the sale of that. It's not contentious at all. Mm-hmm. It's just executing the deal.
Very good. Very good. So let's see what happens. I'd like for you to just move forward in that scene and see what happens.
I see them shaking hands.
Very good.
I see us coming to an agreement and them shaking hands and basically just executing what needs to be executed.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. So I want you to just feel how that feels, to be able to collaborate with somebody's decision, to give them advice. Feeling that confidence in yourself.
Yes.
Knowing that you could do that.
Yes, I feel very confident.
Very good. Very good. Is there anything else important from this moment?
I think that's primarily it, is I'm very good at what I do.
Good. Very good. So let's close this scene now and let's move to another scene in that lifetime that was very important, that affected your life. Be there now. Where are you?
Again, I don't see the detail very well, but I know that there are children around and that they're mine. There's two kids. Mm-hmm. It's a boy and a girl.
Tell me more.
I came home from work. It's almost like the scene in the beginning when I was the kid, but this time I'm the dad. You know, I came home and I'm coming home to my wife and my kids. And it feels happy.
Mm-hmm. Do you recognize any of these? Take a look at their eyes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The two kids are my niece and nephew now.
So look at the connection that you have.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Is there anyone else there that you recognize?
My wife is there, but I don't feel if the focus is on the kids.
Okay, very good. Very good.
Oh wait, no, I do know. I know my wife.
Okay, very good.
Wow. Okay.
So I want you to understand the relationship that you have in that lifetime with your wife and your children.
Uh-huh.
And let's take that with us so that we can gain some insight. And let's close that scene now. And let's go to the last day of your life in that lifetime. Move forward to the last day of your life. Where are you? Indoors or outdoors?
I feel like I'm outdoors.
Mm-hmm. How old do you feel there?
Older. My hair's gray.
Mm-hmm. So I want you to just see the number
89.
89. Very good. And what's happening?
I'm very tall, and I'm wearing these robes. They're like, it's almost like a robe. It's white, and it's got blue stripes in it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm just walking along, and I think I just die. I sit down, or I fall down.
So just slip yourself out of that body and see it from a different perspective. You'll be able to see what happened.
I think I had a heart attack.
Mm-hmm. And now as spirit, you can look back at that whole life, understand it from a different perspective. What was the purpose of living that life?
I brought a stability to the community.
Mm-hmm.
I was a stable figure. There was a lot of stability in that life, a lot of love, a lot of respect, a lot of mutual respect.
Mm-hmm.
It was very, it wasn't too stressful. It was very, I don't know the word.
Was it a calm life?
Yes, it was very calm. It was a very calm life. Like, I feel like I walked calmly, I ate calmly.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was very calm.
And how did the passing of your body affect you?
It was okay.
Okay, very good. So let's see where you go next. I'd like for you to follow your spirit's journey. As you leave that lifetime behind, where do you go next? What do you see or experience?
I feel like I'm with my friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're talking about it.
All right, so who are these friends of yours? What do they look like?
Some of them look, I don't know, I can't tune in. Except somebody's purple.
Somebody's purple.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we're almost sitting around a table like it would be at a bar or something. We're sitting around a table. And it's like, I mean, I guess I just say a bar because it's very jovial. It's not a serious affair at all.
Yes. And how many do you see around you? How many of these friends do you have?
1, 2, 3, maybe 6 or 7,
Mm-hmm.
plus me.
And what do you look like there? Do you have a body?
I think so.
Mm-hmm. Take a look at your body and see what it looks like. Does it have a form?
Actually, I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I can be sitting there without a form, but
Mm-hmm.
I have a little bit of a form, but it's like translucent.
Okay, a translucent body.
Yeah.
Very good. Is that what they look like too?
No.
What do they look like?
There's someone who's purple and is wearing a very elaborate fabric that is purple and really pretty. It has gold, like roping or something tying it.
Mm-hmm. Is it like a robe that they're wearing?
Kind of, yeah. Except it kind of almost goes. I feel I get a female kind of presence from that person. It's almost, it kind of goes like over her head, but it's a robe.
Mm-hmm.
It's very pretty. She's very exotic.
What about the others?
There's somebody who's gray, who's much more simple.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I don't feel like that being has anything on.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the two that I I have the most focus on.
Okay. So what is the conversation about today?
We're laughing about something, and I think just about talking about my life.
What do they say about it?
They're happy for me. They're just they're glad I'm back.
What is this place where you go to?
It's like an outdoor. It's like a garden kind of, but it's almost like there's a building, but I'm sitting at this table like you would have like at an outdoor somewhere you would eat outside. We're just sitting around a table, and it's lively. There's others around, but they're not with us. And there's plants and things, and I feel like there's music. And we're just talking, and we're just sitting around, and we're laughing, and we're talking, and we're enjoying each other's company. And they were telling me how they thought I did a great job in my life, and they're just really glad I had the experience. And I am too. I'm glad to be back. But we were talking about, oh my God, that was so much fun. Yeah.
So what happens next? Are there any decisions made after this conversation?
The only decision is I feel like I'm saying I want to do it again.
So what happens after you make that decision? What's the process of doing this again? Do you get prepared in any way? Let's find out.
Yeah, the feeling just changed a lot.
Where are you now?
I feel like I'm somewhere a lot more serious.
Okay, so I'd like for you to just acclimate yourself to that place. What is this place where you are now?
It's someplace where I feel like I'm planning. We're talking about what's going to happen next.
Are these the same friends that you have?
No.
Who are they?
They are more... Again, I just get this... They're above me. It's like a council or something. And they are... I have a lot of respect for them.
How many are there?
5.
Do you feel that you know them?
I feel that they know me.
Okay.
I do know them, but it's more like I know of them.
So what is the reason why you're there with them today?
I feel like they're preparing me or telling me what I'm going to be doing, or in some way, I almost feel like they're instructing me.
So what is this next life that you're being instructed for?
Well, it's almost like I'm being instructed on how to get there, or like I'm being prepared, like I'm putting on a flight suit, but not really. I mean, I'm being prepared to go there.
Do you know where it is that you're going next? Do you make any decisions about that?
I don't think so. I feel like they're telling me everything.
What is the purpose for you going to this next lifetime?
I feel like it's something similar to the one before, where I am supposed to bring that calming presence to wherever I'm going next.
All right. So I'd like for you to see yourself right before you leave. Tell me where you are.
I'm in a ship.
What is a ship like?
It's like a small one-person kind of thing. Yeah, it's just like a gray, silvery, like I'm just going to be launched. And I'm getting myself in there, and I'm getting myself prepared.
Very good.
Wearing an orange jumpsuit.
An orange jumpsuit, very good. So let's see what happens. I'd like for you to just see how it is that you're transported.
I'm being launched. It's like this, there's like this, it's not a ramp, something kind of like that though, where it's there's rails or something, and you get propelled down these rails, and it just kind of launches you.
All right. I'd like for you to follow and see where it goes to. What happens next? What do you experience?
Right now I'm just going through space.
What do you notice?
I notice the beautiful stars. I know I'm going really fast, but I also feel like time is suspended. I'm just enjoying it. Like, I feel like I don't want to get to where I'm going. I just want to be here.
You're enjoying the moment?
Yeah. I know I've got work ahead of me or something, but right now I'm just enjoying the moment and the view and the... Yeah, I kind of think I don't know if the ship's actually going anywhere. I almost feel like that was just the point of it. Was just to go be for a little bit.
Are you still in the ship? Or are you just floating in that space?
I might just be floating.
Okay, good. So in the space where you are, do you have any type of body?
I'm just floating.
Very good. So as consciousness floating through time and space, I'd like for you now to get to your destination. Be there now. What happens? What's the first thing you notice? Are you indoors, outdoors?
I don't know.
Just describe it for me.
I feel like there's plants, but I don't feel like I'm totally just outdoors. I feel like I'm in like a big, beautiful solarium kind of conservatory thing.
The more you describe, the more you'll see.
I see flowers around. I see, it's like a dome. I'm in a big dome. And I can see beautiful blue sky outside of the dome. And I can see it's like concrete walls to the bottom of it, but it's glass all around. And there's plants and things in it. It's huge though. And there's more domes. I can see into other domes.
And what's outside the domes? Can you see?
I can't tell. I can't tell if the domes are all on a land or if they're just connected.
Look at your own body. Do you have one?
Yeah.
What do you look like?
I feel like I'm colorful. Like almost iridescent, like blue and like turquoise blue and yellow and orange and purple, but it shifts like it's iridescent.
Do you have a form? Any type of form?
I have a form, but I feel like it shifts almost a little bit. Just like my coloring shifts, like my form almost shifts. But I'm very pretty, very elegant, I move very gracefully, I guess is what it is.
Do you have limbs?
I do.
What do they look like?
They're long and lean and very smooth.
Very good. Do you feel that you have a gender?
I feel kind of female.
Yes. All right. So in this colorful body that you have, do you wear any clothing?
I have something on, but I feel like it takes on my color. It shimmers just like I do.
Beautiful. So what is this place where you are?
I don't know, but I like it. I'm just in these domes, this big giant dome, and it's beautiful. I guess I just live there. Yeah. I just see myself walking around in it.
Very good. Is there anybody else with you?
Not immediately. I mean, there might be other people or things or whatever, beings, where I am, but they're not in my immediate vicinity.
All right, very good. So I'd like for you to close this scene.
It's so lush. Yeah.
And let's move forward to another scene in which there are others in there with you.
Okay, I've gone to an area, it's almost like a sitting area, like a lounge or something. There's others there.
What do they look like?
Similar but different. I feel like we're all these shimmery, beautiful beings, but we all have kind of different colors and different shapes. Like I see someone kind of ahead of me, sort of on a couch or some kind of an orange couch, but they're this beautiful like blues. They're these beautiful blues. And we communicate, but we don't communicate with words.
All right, so let's see what it is that you communicate about. What's the reason for you coming together?
I feel like we control something, or well, not control, we create or control. Control, I guess, not in a bad way. I feel like we're in charge of something. We are creators.
You are creators. Do you have anything to do with those plants, those lush plants?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, but that's easy.
So let's see what else you create. I'd like for you to close this scene.
Yeah.
And go to another scene where you are doing what it is that you do in this lifetime.
I feel like we're just we create worlds. They're so, I love these beings.
Do you have a connection with them?
Oh, yeah. They feel like my sisters. We all love each other and we all feed off of each other's creativity. We create beautiful plants in beautiful places. And water, there's water for some, there's always water feeding through it.
And how is it that you move throughout to create these worlds? What do you use?
It's kind of like intention, but we always glide. We can glide to wherever we want to be.
Simply by intention?
By intention entirely.
Very good. Very good. What is it that you're doing right now in this scene?
We're in this kind of, it's like a sitting area, sort of. It's a common area where we'd all congregate. And I feel like I'm just kind of gliding around it, and we are playing off each other's energy a little bit in a way that we're communicating and creating something, but there are no words that go between us. It's feelings. It's all feelings.
Very good.
Yeah. Yeah, we send feelings to each other.
Good. So what kind of feelings do you get when you create?
It's almost exhilarating. It's just loving. It's just this exhilarating, loving feeling when we create together.
Very good. So I'd like for you to just take that exhilarating, loving feeling, memorize it.
Yes.
And just bring it with you. Just store it in a place.
Oh, I want to do this.
So when it's time to create worlds here on Earth, you can do that.
We're really good at it. We've done it a long time.
Very good. And since you've done it, you know how to do this.
Yeah. I do.
Very good. So let's close that scene, and now let's go to a time in that lifetime and when something very, very important is happening. Be there now.
Oh, something that we created didn't go the way we planned.
What's happened?
It was something beautiful that we made, and something else came in and affected it negatively. We're very sad. It's very disheartening.
What is this thing that came in? Can you identify it?
It's almost like whatever we created. I don't know. I see it as gray and dark, but I almost feel like it was the creation itself took on a mind of its own and did something that just wasn't. It's almost like if you had a child and they did something that made you sad. I don't think it was anything from the outside. I think it's something that we created.
So how is that affecting you, this?
It's just really sad. It hurts.
It hurts.
It hurts to see my creation hurt.
Let's see what happens after this. I'd like for you to move forward.
It blew up.
It blew up.
It's gone. My sisters and I are all very sad. We'll do it again.
Let's see if you do. I'd like for you to move forward now to that time in which you recover from this. What happens next?
We're making other creations. We created another beautiful place. It's blue and yellow, and it's slow, but it's moving in the right direction. It's thriving, but very slowly.
Have you lost the luster that you had before?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, it's all of that brightness is dimmed.
Notice why it is that you've dimmed this brightness. What have you been putting into that creation that you didn't put before?
I'm making it less, it doesn't have as much energy. I'm making it, it's not as, it doesn't have the potential to be quite as amazing, but it also doesn't have the potential to be as devastating. It's just dulled.
Not as much fun, is it?
No.
So, as you create these creations, do you feel that perhaps your own fears
Yes.
have dimmed it?
Yes.
Doesn't feel as good, does it?
No.
I want you to see how that is affecting the lifetime now of Cindy.
Yeah, she's all those fears are with her, and she's afraid to create anything beautiful.
Is that why she has stopped herself so many times
Yeah.
from moving forward?
She stopped herself because she has that same energy, that same dynamic, glowing energy that I have. And everything around her is that dark gray thing that killed it. Or there's not everything around her, but there's that dark gray thing is there.
Why has she brought all of that dark grayness with her.
She didn't. It's here.
So why is it that she chose to be in this place with all this dark grayness once again?
Oh, that's a good question.
So would you take her back to that council and find out why it is that she's back here once again with that grayness?
Can I blow my nose first?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you.
So let's go back to sleep. Deeper. And deeper. And deeper. Back to the council. And I'd like for you to stand before that council and find out what is the reason.
They told me I have to overcome it, that it's just, it doesn't happen every time. And that they want me to overcome that loss. They want me to know that I can be brighter than the gray.
But Cindy is afraid of losing anything. She's afraid to let go now of everything. Why is she holding on to everything?
Because she just wants to save it all. All of the beauty. And she feels like it's all... It's her, almost. It's like her... It's her... Her energy is almost like her... When she creates, it's like her children. And all of these beautiful, innocent things. That's what it is. She's trying to protect the weak and the innocent and the beautiful from all of the pain.
But all of these innocent things sometimes are just clutter in her own home. Things that cannot be fixed, that she's holding on to.
Yeah.
In order for her to create more beautiful things, she needs to make space for them.
Oh, it's hard for her. It's really hard for her. But it does. She had all this creative energy, and it's just all come to a stop.
So I'd like for you to connect once again to that moment in which that gray took over. I'd like for you to be there now. And I'd like for you to just be there once again with your friend creators.
Okay.
And see what it is that you have taken on inside. What have you put inside of yourself?
I feel like, well, I took the gray. I took on the gray, but I don't know why. I feel like there's a process that was supposed to happen, and I didn't let it happen. I didn't let it finish.
So let's finish it now. I'd like for you to just be there and allow the process to finish.
I see it. I see my beautiful colors of like orange and yellow and purple and the gray mixing. The gray's kind of overtaking it. But then it becomes something else.
So I'd like for you to transform all of that.
Yeah.
I'd like for you to bring out that creative ability once again, and let's transform that gray into those beautiful colors.
They're different colors now. It's turquoise and it's yellow and it's green.
Keep sending out those colors. Keep transforming them. And tell me what happens as you complete the transformation, as you process it as this very powerful creative being. What happens to the gray?
The gray's gone. The gray became... The gray was... It just melded in with everything else, and it's no longer a negative.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So we can now use that information to connect with Cindy's life. How can she use this now in this life in order to process this?
There's a process for everything. Everything it has. Cindy is interrupting the natural or wants to interrupt the natural process of things.
So I want you to show her where it is that she interrupts it. How is she interrupting it?
She wants everything to continue in its beautiful state indefinitely, and it can't.
So we can show her, for example, the way a forest works.
Yes.
A forest is beaming with energy, with life. And there are times when some of the trees fall down.
Yes.
Because they're too old to sustain themselves any longer. And as that tree falls down, it now becomes a beautiful place for all of the insects to thrive. It becomes their home, their food source, their place to multiply, give birth to others. It is thriving with activity, even though it is no longer a live tree, but it is transformed into something else. And eventually that tree will finally be eaten away and become part of the earth to nourish the ground where other trees will then be born. It is a process.
Yeah.
So taking that and putting it into Cindy's life, how can she take all of these things that she cannot let go of and move them through her life in a natural process?
Right now she's trying to hold up the tree that's trying to fall. And it's too heavy. It's just too much weight.
Can she forgive herself for trying to hold on to something that's not her responsibility? Is she ready to let go of those trees?
Yeah.
All right, I'd like for you to go ahead and see the processes from a different point of view.
But they were my friends.
But by holding on to them, she's holding on to their progress.
Yeah.
Can she see that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can we release that now?
Yes.
So all of this weight that she's been holding, all of this responsibility, how is she holding it in her body? Take a look in her body and see what she has been using to hold up all of these trees. How has it affected her? Take a look at her structure of her body.
It has something to do with the arms. Yeah.
She's been having issues with her neck that don't heal, her shoulders, her arms. Is she using all of that to hold up?
Oh, yeah.
How's it affecting her?
It's compressing all that area. It's putting all this tension and pressure into that area. It's going to give out. It does give out.
So does she need to hold on any longer? Look at what her body is telling her.
No. No, she needs to let it go.
All right. So are we ready to let that tree fall?
Yeah.
All right. So I'd like for you to just step back and watch all of those responsibilities that she's been holding up just topple down.
Oh, I'm still having a hard time. Like I want to gently lay it down, but I can't. I need to step out of the way.
Step out of the way so that it can just be itself, fall as it may.
That wasn't so bad.
That wasn't so bad. So take a look at the shoulder and the arms. the neck and see how that's changed. She doesn't need that crane any longer, does she?
No.
So go ahead and begin to put that beautiful energy into her shoulders. What color can you use to go ahead and soften?
It's yellow.
Very good. So go ahead and begin to put that yellow. You can put it into the top of your head, bring it in, beam it in, and start filling in all of that space that's been holding up all of those trees of responsibility. Feel it going in like a nice yellow ointment.
Yes.
Softening it, releasing all of the pressure, filling in all of the gaps, loosening the muscles, no longer needing to hold up all of these trees. Very good. And now, let's keep looking at the rest of the body. And let's see what we need to take care of next.
I see the spots, she has hyperpigmentation, but they're black spots on the skin from the inside.
So what are those black spots made out of? I want you to go ahead and identify it as if you had a little tiny microscope or telescope if you're on the inside. What are those little black spots?
It's mold.
Mold, okay. Now mold is alive. It has consciousness. So I'd like for you to go ahead and connect with this mold now. And let's ask this mold why it's there. What's it doing there?
It's just living there because it's dark and dank and damp.
Now it's dark and dank because we had all of that gray that Cindy had brought over with her, isn't it?
Yes.
So I'd like for you to go ahead and bring all of that shimmering, colorful, beautiful light body. And I'd like for you to go ahead and slip that body in and begin to light it from the inside. That creator body, that iridescent, beautiful, colorful body, to where it begins to shine the light from inside.
Yes.
And tell me what happens to the mold.
It just shrivels up.
Very good. And now that it shrivels up, we need to do something with the remains of the mold.
Yeah.
What would you like to use to flush out all of the remains of all that mold?
I feel like there's something that you add, like a suction with a filter.
Go ahead. What would you like to use?
It's like a wand. There's like almost like a vacuum cleaner hose.
Go ahead. Go ahead and begin to vacuum the entire inside.
Okay.
Very good. And what have you done with all of that?
It's in the vacuum cleaner. I just hit it.
And tell me where the vacuum cleaner is.
It's kind of down by my feet.
All right, very good. So I'm going to go down by your feet. And we're going to shake out all of the contents and send it right back to the universe for healing. And there you go.
Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
So let's keep going through the body and see what else we find. What's there?
There's something down my left leg.
All right, let's identify that.
It's kind of it's in the upper part of my left leg between my hip and my knee.
By the thigh.
Yep.
So I want you to identify that and tell me if that's something that was created by Cindy or something that's attached to Cindy?
That's not me.
Okay. So let's identify it. I'd like for you to tell me what it feels like in that space.
It's dark green.
Dark green. Very good. So I'm going to take my hand and I'm going to move that energy up. Up, 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 up. And let me speak with that energy now. You there in the leg? Are you male or female energy?
Oh, I'm male.
Male. What may I call you? What is your name?
Javier.
Javier. Javier, how old are you?
16.
And what year is it for you, Javier?
1734.
1734. Very good. And Javier, tell me, what happened to your body?
It was burned.
How did it get burned?
I think it was an accident. I see a bonfire that went somewhere it shouldn't. Like it engulfed a building.
Mm-hmm. Were you in that building?
Yes.
Okay. So Javier, tell me what happened after that body was burned. Where did you go?
I didn't know where to go.
Mm-hmm. So how is it that you found Cindy? Take a look. See how old she was when you found her.
I want to say she was in her 30s.
Mm-hmm. What was going on in her life that allowed you to connect with her?
She was confident and were free back then.
Mm-hmm.
She was bolder than she is now.
Mm-hmm. And what happened once you connected with her?
I brought my fear.
You brought your fear. What were you afraid of? Were you afraid of losing things?
Yeah, I was afraid of a lot of things. I was afraid of losing things. I was afraid of getting hurt. Being hurt. I was afraid of fire. I was afraid of everything.
Mm-hmm. So all of these fears that you've given Cindy, how does that help you? Has it helped you at all?
No, it's just familiar.
Just familiar. So I'd like to ask Javier, what kept you from going to the light, going back home?
I kept looking for my parents.
Ah. Did you know, Javier, that they were waiting for you all this time?
No, because I've been looking for them. I don't know where they're waiting for me.
Okay. You see, Javier, after you left that body, you should have gone straight to the light. That's where your parents are.
Oh.
Are you ready to go now?
Yeah.
Yeah, but before you go, there's something I think you need to tell Cindy from making her so fearful. What would you like to tell her?
I'm sorry I shared those fears with you.
Take a deep breath in. Cindy, can you forgive Javier? Are you ready to let him go now? Very good. So, Cindy, I'd like for you to go ahead and look inside of your leg and see how it is that Javier is connected to you. And I'd like for you to go ahead and begin to disconnect all of those cords.
Yeah.
And as you do, Javier, I'd like for you to go ahead and look for your guide now. And find that light that's been waiting for you. That light is within you. And tell me when you see the light. Look within you, Javier. It's there. It may be a tiny little speck.
Okay.
All right. I'd like for you to enlarge that light. Keep making that light bigger and bigger. And look and see who's on the other side of that light.
It's my dog and my parents.
Very good. What do they say to you?
Oh, they're so happy to see me. They say, Javier.
Good. So I'd like for you to go ahead with your dog and your parents. And may the light of the universe always accompany you, Javier. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Very good. And now, detach from Javier. And I want you to go ahead and look at that space where he was, and what would we like to fill that space with?
It's so light.
Mm-hmm.
It needs filled with something because there's nothing in it.
All right. What would you like to fill it with? You could fill it with light. You could fill it with love. What would you like to put into that?
I want to put...
You could put confidence in there.
Yeah, that's what it is. I want an energy in there. I want an energy and a confidence.
Very good. So I want you to go ahead and begin to put that confidence in there. Feel that confidence going in there. And tell me when it's full.
Oh, it's good.
Very good. And let's put it into your mind too. And your heart. And now with that confidence in there, you can continue to look through the body and see if there's anything else that you need to check in your body. What do you see now? How's it look now?
It looks pretty good.
Very good. And now that the body is completely feeling good, let's take a look at some of the things that Cindy brought with her today. She had questions about her origins, and we now see that she has come from a place in which she has friends. She goes to the council. Where is it that Cindy is from? Go ahead and show her where she's from. What does this place look like?
Yeah, I don't know. There's more oranges and purples and
more oranges and purples. Very good.
Yeah.
Is this the frequency in which Cindy operates? The oranges and purples?
Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
So when she is feeling homesick, when she is feeling sensitive, what can she do to bring some of that home to her?
I think she needs to be around those colors, around those vibrations. She can wear them. She can envision them.
Yes.
She can, yeah.
Good. So more of orange and purple.
Yeah.
Very good. That raises her frequency.
Yeah. Green too, but orange and purple primarily, but also green.
And she is in a place right now, for example, her home, that is kind of falling apart because she's not knowing what to do, where to move forward.
It's totally devoid of color.
So what does she need to do with that place to start making it feel alive again?
She needs more light.
How can she bring more light into that home?
Not sure. She thought about putting light tubes in, and I think that's a good idea.
So stop making it as sad,
Yes.
for example.
Yes.
So more color, more light.
More color, more light, more color.
So what happens once she starts adding colors and lights? Does she need to move from there?
I don't think so. I hear the color there's music that goes with the color. It's it's like a jazzy music. It's color and sound and life and plants. She needs plants.
She needs plants because that's what she was in that lifetime with all those plants, wasn't she?
Yes.
In that dome existence. Yes. So does she need to make her home more like that?
She does. But it needs to be...
Give her a picture of that.
I don't know if she can get enough light in that house.
Does it need to be perhaps more of special light bulbs that would bring in more of that spectrum?
Yeah. Yep.
Good.
And she's got to have the plants and the orange and the purple.
Very good. Very good. Now, she was questioning about why she had so much struggle with success and money and material things. And we saw that lifetime in which she lost. And she had that gray bring in, and she also had a lot of struggles from being a child. So now moving forward, How can we get past her own ceiling that she has made to moving forward? How do we break that ceiling? Because she is a creator being. She has created worlds. She knows how to create.
She needs to create again. She's cut herself off from that creative energy entirely. And she's got to start creating again. When she was little, she created all the time. She made things all the time.
So does she need to be more into art or creative things so she could start creating once again?
Yeah, she stopped doing that because she was afraid of the things. She didn't want to own the things because then she couldn't take care. She couldn't have all the things.
Yes. What about now?
I don't know about now.
So give her some ideas of what she can be creative at. We know she doesn't like to cook. What can she create that would make her feel good?
She needs to go back to her garden. She had a house that she had beautiful gardens. And she hasn't made them at this house. She needs to make her gardens.
Okay. Can some of the gardens be indoors also?
Yes.
Good. So can I ask for a guide to help her on that?
She needs to color. Yes.
So make gardens, color, more paint,
Yes.
more light.
Yes, color and light and plants.
Very good. And what's going on with her sleep? She says she's not sleeping much. And when she does have very vivid dreams. What's happening at night?
She travels. She travels. Sometimes she travels, but sometimes she just... Sometimes she's trying to fix everyone.
Does she need to fix everyone? Or could she fix them in a way that doesn't affect her?
She doesn't need to fix everyone. She's more of a creator than a healer. I mean, yeah, she doesn't need to fix everyone.
Okay, good. So when she travels, can I ask on her behalf to have a guide with her to remind her of what she should be doing at night? More being a creator than a fixer.
She used to fly in her dreams. She doesn't fly anymore.
And why is it that she has issues with her flying?
She's just too sad. She doesn't soar anymore. She's grounded herself.
So after this today, now that seeing that she was bringing in all of that gray with her, all of that sad with her, and that gray is gone, how will that affect her in the future?
She can choose to live again. She can choose to be as big as she wants.
So let's now begin to choose. I'd like for you to go ahead and show Cindy how big she really is. Keep expanding out. I'd like for you to tear away any boundaries, anything that holds you down. See if there's anything down by your feet holding you from flying once again.
There's like a loop around my foot.
All right. Are we ready to release that loop?
Yes.
All right. Go ahead and release that loop now.
Yes.
And let's see what happens next. Tell me what happens.
I just expand more. Everything gets bigger and bigger.
Good.
Yeah.
Very good.
It's brighter.
So I'd like for you to go ahead and add the colors.
Yeah.
Even
Colors are
brighter.
everywhere.
And see how those colors affect you.
She's got to have more colors. She has no color in her life at all.
What colors would be best for her?
Again, orange and purple are really good, but red, I see a lot. She needs red and green, but all the colors are good for her. She just needs to be full of color.
All right.
Everything she owns is gray and black.
Mm-hmm. See how that changes her when she fills with color.
She just comes alive.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
She loves colors.
Mm-hmm. She just doesn't use them.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
She notices them everywhere. She notices anytime any little thing coordinates or matches or blends or just the beauty and the harmony in everything. But she won't touch it. She won't come near it.
Mm-hmm. Is that a reminder of that life?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Good. And now she understands that she did go through the process and allow it to happen.
Yeah.
She doesn't need to be sad about it any longer.
No.
So in order for her to be the best, to be complete, to find an identity, what does she need to do? Add color?
Yeah. She just needs to add colors. She needs to bring in lots of colors.
Okay. So
she needs to not be she tries to, I say earthy, I don't mean earthy. She tries to be camouflaged.
Mm-hmm. So she's been living kind of like in a black and white world?
It's earthy tones and black and white, but yeah, she's invisible. She just blends in.
So she's living a camouflage life.
Mm-hmm. She works someplace where everything's black and gray. Mm-hmm. She worked in an apartment where everybody only wore black and gray.
Mm-hmm. So she needs to bring in the color.
Yeah.
Okay, good. And now let's focus on the dogs that are very chaotic, a lot of anxiety. What's going on with those dogs? What are they picking up?
Oh, they're mirroring.
Mm-hmm. All the anxiety?
Yeah. Yeah.
So what happens now when Cindy gets back and starts using her colors and creativity?
Oh, it gets better.
Mm-hmm.
It gets better. They're wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
They have their own they've come with their own challenges too. Mm-hmm. I think I need to put it together for them. I need to create that environment for them.
Very good. So once she starts putting color in her life,
yeah.
Now that she goes back with all of that confidence inside of her,
yeah,
that's going to help everybody.
It's going to help everybody. They are they're wonderful little beings. They just need to be uplifted.
Very good. Very good. And now that we've gone through her body, we've taken out all of that yarn that was in her stomach. Is there anything that she could be eating that would be ideal for her body?
She needs to eat. She doesn't eat.
Okay. So just be able to eat.
Yes.
Gluten, dairy, soy, eggs, supplements. You're telling her she just needs more calories right now.
She just needs more calories. They're all okay. Mm-hmm. I mean, she's okay. Yeah, she's okay.
She's okay. She just needs more food.
She just needs more food. She eats very, very well. She eats very healthy. She's too concerned with what she eats. She tries so hard to do it right.
Mm-hmm. But she's not eating enough of it.
No.
Okay, good. Good. Now, is there anything that I did not go into that you would like to tell her right now? She was wondering about her panic attacks. What those were all about.
The panic attacks. It's all the yarn.
Mm-hmm. That was part of the yarn?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Yeah, all the yarn, and the fear, and the planet, the creation that
mm-hmm.
that went wrong. But it was also all the yarn. It was all the yarn.
Wonderful. And that yarn is now gone.
Yeah.
Good. So is there anything else that we have not discussed that you brought her here to tell her?
She needs to keep taking those walks in the woods. Mm-hmm. She needs... She's a sound and a light. Mm-hmm. And her sound needs to be part of our party. It needs to be here. Mm-hmm. It needs to be part of the environment.
So what kind of sound is she?
It's a beautiful tone. It's just a tone. Mm-hmm. It's a frequency that resonates.
Very good. Does she use that tone in the woods?
Yes.
Okay, very good. What does that tone do for her?
It centers her. It stabilizes it. It lets her. It makes it so that she can expand.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
But it also links to tones all around. It's a web, creating a web.
And does that tone have a color?
It's just bright white.
Very good. Very good. Feeling wonderful all over. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Wow.
Oh, I see why you say don't wear mascara. I didn't.
You did great.
Oh,
how do you feel?
Oh, I feel really good.
Mm-hmm.
I feel very whole. Yeah.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
You. I'm very warm.
Yes. So how long do you think the session was? What did it feel like to you?
About a half an hour.
An hour and 47 minutes right now.
No. You're kidding me. Wow. Mm-hmm. No, it felt so fast. Mm-mm.
Does it make sense?
It's funny. This is the only colorful thing I own, and I just bought it. And
that's
I wore
something.
It. Yeah, it's really funny.
There's a reason for that.
Uh-huh. And when I bought it, I thought, oh my God, this is so out of my...
You were being told something.
Yeah.
So it seems to me, my dear, that you need to start being a rainbow.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all I could see was color. Everything was color. It was so vivid. It was amazing. Yeah. I mean, the worlds, the creation, it's it's beautiful.
And because of that failure,
yeah.
But you didn't allow the process to continue.
No.
It would have continued.
No.
With the color, but you kind of all gave up.
Yeah, I stopped it.
You stopped it.
And I've done that ever since.
So it's all coming from that lifetime.
Wow. Yeah, it is.
So we don't need that any longer.
No,
now
I don't feel like I do.
Fill your world with color.
Yeah. Gosh, it feels so good not to feel like I have to stop everything. Mm-hmm. Wow.
You did great.
Oh, thank you.
Colors, flowers.
Yeah. Yes. Colors, flowers, plants.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Be back in that dome again.
Yes.
Be the creator being that you are.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
Oh, thank you so much.
So is this something you want to share or you want to keep private?
Is there anything in there that would be shareable?
It's up to you.
Doesn't matter to me. I'm okay. If there's, sure. I mean,
we'll take out personal
a few
parts,
things here and there. Yeah.
So Cindy, we did a really nice job here today.
Yes.
What do you feel?
I feel whole.
Yeah?
I feel wonderful. I know in my session we talked about the colors. I feel colorful. From the inside out.
Wonderful. And before you didn't?
No.
So tell everybody what you came here for. What was the reason you came here? What were you looking for?
I was looking for myself. I was trying to find, I knew there was something, I knew I had something in here that I couldn't access, I couldn't get to myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what about now?
I feel like me.
Isn't that amazing?
Wonderful.
That's great.
Really wonderful.
What a great feeling.
Yes.
That's amazing. And it seemed like you were missing that lifetime as that being, that creator being was so important.
It was so important. I just can't explain it to you. I can't express it enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like the most important thing.
Yes. That was that moment was the key to everything. Yeah.
And you had just come and brought that gray with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like your whole life was gray.
Everything is gray. My environment's gray. Everything. I've externalized all the gray that was inside.
Isn't it amazing?
Everything was gray.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really weird.
So you've been told colors. You need to be pretty much a rainbow.
Mm-hmm. I do. I need to be a rainbow. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, how fun.
Isn't that great?
Yeah,
so you
I
go
love
back
it.
now and everybody's going to be freaking out.
Everybody's going to be like, I don't know who you are. Exactly, yeah.
Why are you wearing those bright colors?
I know. Like I said, I don't know anything bright except this one shirt I just bought.
Isn't that something?
Yeah,
so
isn't
you're
that
almost
funny?
told by that. You need to bring that with you.
Yeah,
That's
I guess
amazing.
I'm starting the process right now.
That's great.
Yeah.
So how far do you live from here? Where do you live?
I'm in Beaver Creek, Ohio, which is a suburb of Dayton.
All right.
I came from Ohio.
And Cindy was afraid of flying.
Yes, terrified.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now?
When you woke me up, that's what I thought. I thought, you know what, I can get on a plane. I think I'm going to be fine going home.
That's great.
I really do.
That's great.
Thank you.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So how did you get the session?
I got the session. It just happened. Well, one of the things I did, it's really funny, is I started 2 weeks before, I think it was, I started my question list. I just said, I'm going to see Alba. And I opened up a document and said, questions for Alba. And I started doing that. And then, your newsletter came out and I clicked. And Alba, I think I was like, there were so many sessions open, I didn't even know what to do. Like, I kind of freaked out and I just picked one. I'm like, whatever. And I just grabbed
Wonderful.
it. Yeah, but I couldn't believe it.
Because you were manifesting.
Yeah.
You manifested it.
Yeah.
You're a creator being. That's why.
I guess that's
there
it.
you go.
Yeah.
So, do you recommend this to other people?
Oh, this is wonderful. And it's easy. That's what I was amazed by. It felt very relaxing. You just have to, like you said, get out of your head. You just have to stop thinking and just start talking. But it just felt like being, like sitting there talking to you without having a filter.
Right.
That's what it felt like.
Good.
Yeah, but it was really easy. Like, I was a little bit, like, it's not going to work. It's not going to, all this kind of stuff. And it wasn't hard at all.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
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 So if you would like a session with me, just go to my newsletter mailing list. You have to subscribe because that's the only way to get sessions. Once a month, that newsletter comes out. Click on those links really quickly. They go within minutes. Mm-hmm. And I'm not exaggerating this. And if I don't see you at one of my sessions, please go to one of my gatherings. I'm having them all around the world. And this is to bring light workers together. I do a lot of stuff pack a lot of stuff into 8 hours. We do activities to channel your higher self. We do some meditations, global meditations, and we also do some group regressions, which are really interesting. And it's a great place for you to share all of this that you're experiencing with other people who can actually talk to you about this and not think you're weird. So if I don't see you at the session, see you at a gathering. Until the next time, thanks for watching. Bye. Bye.